So Monarch began 10 years ago when Kay Bach was here at Faith and started learning about sex trafficking and the fact that it was a real issue right here in the St. Louis area. She had a group of ladies that were making jewelry for the church's mission trip at the time, but God was calling her to do something more. So she met with a group of ladies, they prayed, and they decided that they were going to take those funds and transition them to help survivors of sex trafficking here in the St. Louis area. So over the years, Monarch has really evolved. God gives us all unique gifts and talents. In the beginning, we started with just jewelry, and we were making lots of jewelry. Then we realized we had artists that could paint. We had ladies who could create beautiful gift ideas out of wood projects. And it's just kind of evolved from there. And we actually now not only create the jewelry and the gifts, but we go into the refuge home and we work with the girls one-on-one. We do crafts with them, we teach them life skills, and more than anything, we're able to love on them and show them Christ's love. It's hard to pick one or two stories that have been impactful. I think that for me personally, I always imagine sex trafficking happening over there, but not here. And in maybe bad areas of town but not in St. Louis, definitely not in Oakville, and definitely not near Telegraph. And I was at the refuge home one day working with a girl, and we were just chit-chatting, making common, talk, and somehow we got to talk about South County area, and she's like, "Are you familiar with Telegraph?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I live off Telegraph." She's like, "Yeah, my family member lives off Telegraph." And man, it hit me that there are girls in our neighborhood that were being trafficked for sex. And you don't think about it. Like, you know it, people tell you it, but you don't actually realize it's happening until you're face to face with someone who was a victim of it. I think that when I look back at all of the different stories, some of them I've been a part of them, some of them I haven't, I always want to know, are we having an impact? And are we having an impact for Christ? And a few weeks ago, the ladies were at the refuge house working with the girls, and it was a little chaotic, and somehow they had forgotten to bring the Devo. Well, God had a plan, and one of the girls went and got her Jesus Calling book, and one of the girls did the Devo for our ladies. That's powerful, and that lets us know that we're working for Christ and that He's in this ministry as well. When I go to different churches and I give speaking engagements, I love sharing the impact we've had financially, because usually they're like, "Oh, you make jewelry, that's fun, and you probably raise a little bit of money." And so far this year in 2021, we've raised $110,000 by making jewelry. And every time we say numbers like that, there's this gasp, like, "Oh my gosh, you've done what? Out of donated jewelry that was trashed to somebody?" But over the past 10 years, we've raised over $750,000. We are Crisis Aid's #1 funder for the refuge home, and they have said repeatedly that without Monarch, that home would have closed its doors, meaning those girls would not have gotten the rescue that they need and the resources they need to become whole again. We just want to thank everyone for their support. Monarch wouldn't be here without the support, the prayers of the church and those in the community. Monarch's grown from just 8 ladies to over 90 volunteers, representing over 22 different churches in the area. We are truly a ministry coming together on mission for God. A lot of people ask, how can you help? How can you make a difference? Prayer is always one of the most important things that we ask for. Your old donated jewelry that you don't want helps us keep costs down, and then it also helps us create new product. But more importantly, when you hear our story, we want you to realize that if God's put a calling on your heart, if there's something that He is just inspiring you to do, we want you to take that leap of faith, follow His lead, and do it. Because had Kay not done it 10 years ago, we wouldn't be here and all those girls wouldn't be rescued.